Greetings fellow adventurers and welcome back to the channel, and happy Wednesday to you all. In today's video we'll be exploring the concept of an armoured mage. The thing with magic that I've noticed is that it ignores a fundamental law of physics. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And in every media that contains some form of magic, like D&D, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings, this just gets straight up ignored. So I thought, why not add this little feature in? How would it affect the way people use magic? With this in mind, I thought, if a mage is casting a powerful spell that could cause damage back to them via magical recoil, they would want some kind of brace or padding to minimize shock. And that is where the armor idea came in. I also took inspiration from spell swords in fantasy games and the Red Mage class from Final Fantasy. Like I've said in some previous videos, I've been wanting to try and do more environment work to place my characters in a setting. I didn't want to just place them in a location for the sake of it after all, and this one took me a while to figure out. Eventually, I decided a castle on a cliff would be fun. And now that you might have noticed, I added a 3D model into the background and drew over it. This is a common concept art method that utilizes 3D to help speed up the concepting process. Obviously, this is only a small portion of the painting. I didn't make it incredibly detailed, but making assets in software like Blender can really help you figure out things like perspective and scale without the need of making any guidelines. This is a practice I've been trying to do more, though some paintings I feel don't need it, and some do. I highly recommend trying out this method if you are struggling with environments or drawing environments, as 3D really helps inform the 2D, and vice versa. As the background colours were greens, blues and browns, I wanted the character to stand out with a combo of different shades of purple. For an accent colour I went with gold. Gold naturally makes me think of high society or sophistication, And with the design of this character and her decorative armour, I can see her being enrolled in a very high-end magical school. When it comes to shading, I use a method I found on Instagram by a concept artist called Kelly Daly. I highly recommend checking out her Instagram, by the way, it's very good. This method involves duplicating the base colours and increasing or decreasing the brightness and adjusting the hue to change the temperature. This is for the shadows and the lighting. Then, on a multiply layer or a glow layer, using masks, you can carve in the shadows and light. I found it a nice and easy way to add light and shadows to a piece. And normally I would add a multiply layer and manually paint in shadows. So this is a method that I found much quicker. And there you have it, my finished Armoured Mage. I really hope you enjoyed her time lapse as well as a more in-depth look into my process. I want to try and break down how I do things more for these videos, as someone might find it useful. If you found this helpful, interesting to watch, or just enjoyable, why not leave a like and subscribe and check out my other socials via my link tree in the description. Alternatively, you can use my handle @TheArtArcana. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!